Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It is Monte Carlo Masters final time, and here we are watching this match. Stefanos Tsitsipas against DAVIDOVICH FOKINA. For DAVIDOVICH FOKINA, it is a big occasion. It's his first Masters final. Steph's been in this situation before. Last year, he won Monte Carlo, and he's going to be heading into this one as the big favourite. If you have seen my preview, I did fancy Steph in straight sets. But then saying that, I don't know, FOKINA, he can cause an upset. We know he loves diving around on the clay, and he's beaten the very best to get here. We've got Novak Djokovic, toppled him. Taylor Fritz, another one. And my big concern with FOKINA is that he's played maybe a little bit too much tennis. He's been sort of pushed out there a lot of the time, 3 sets, and it is a grueling place to be going, Monte Carlo, playing a lot of tennis. So that could be a little bit of a concern. As you can see, I am on my own today. No Ben, but we do have a very special guest, the one and only, the first time I've actually been able to do a podcast with him. It is Zach. How are we doing, Zach? We can't hear you. Got no sound at the moment. But I'll just wait for him to sort his sound out. Currently, we can't hear him, but he is here. And he's looking good. He's wearing the Spanish flag today.
Oh, I forgot you have to turn the mic on. Yes,
that's so good.
I was just saying, it's so exciting to finally be here with my son on my first watch along with my son. This is just really thrilling. No, well, this is a reference. People have called me Dad JG, or I'm not sure if that meant I'm your dad or I'm like the dad version of JG. But
yeah, some people would think it's Father's Day today. It's not. It is Easter. And I know you've been sort of chasing the Easter bunnies around with your daughters. How's that been?
Yes, they've found their eggs, they've opened them, and now they're having breakfast. So perfect timing to do the watch along. Yeah,
the match has kicked off as well. Are they going to be watching the match?
They should be. Yeah, I think so. They should put on.
Let me just.
I mean, my wife will be watching. I don't know how much they will be.
Yeah, so we do have Tsitsipas. He's going to be serving first. FOKINA coming out the traps fast. He's going to love 30. But that one, I think it was just long. Let me just verify that. And I think it most likely is 15:30. Let me just sort out the screen share. But before I do, give me your predictions. What do you make of this one? How have you seen it? How do you see it going?
Well, I just feel like Tsitsipas is too good and he's going to win it in 2 sets. But just like what you said, I mean, FOKINA beat Djokovic. He beat Fritz. He had some good matches going into the final. Dimitrov, great match against Dimitrov. So, you know, I think you can't count him out. But at the same time, I think you have to put Tsitsipas as a strong favorite. He's just so good on this surface and in this tournament. Yeah,
it's not just that. He's been here before. He's just got a lot more experience at this level. FOKINA, his big frailties, and I'm going to keep. We've noticed it a few times through this event as well. Is I don't really fancy him serving out for sets, serving out for matches. He does tend to have a bit of nerves, and sort of in the last one, he had a shocker of a return game, serving for the match at 5-4 in the second, completely lost it, and then it all fell apart from there. He took a medical timeout in the final set. Down 2-1 and turned it around. But he mentally is not the strongest.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought he was done, I think, but he ended up, Dimitrov left the door open.
Well, Dimitrov doing what he does best.
Exactly.
He's just not Mr. Reliable, is he? He really isn't.
No. And, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, FOKINA sort of has already hit some personal best in this tournament. So he's like way above his, you know, he's like, you know, on the one hand, that could make him feel free. Like, hey, he's already achieved more than expected.
Sure.
I mean, getting past Djokovic was more than expected. So, you know, so he could just play free. But I agree. His mentality is, I don't think his mentality will, you know, lead him to playing free and being relaxed. I think he does have those kind of, he's got his own consistency problems. So
Yeah, certainly. Good to see a packed stand there. The sun's out. We've got George Aguera there, Alejandro Davidovich Fokina's coach. And I wonder what he's sort of told him in preparation for this. Steph, someone who, I don't want to say it, but I feel like he's a bit of a clay court merchant. I'm not so sure about him on the other surfaces anymore, as I was sort of last year. We've seen in his statistics, the only Masters he's won was this one last year. He's got to the final 2 other times, one in Madrid, one in Canada. But I feel like he's getting better and better on the clay courts now. And as we know from Roland Garros, that was like the last time I saw him playing really well. And that's when he was 2 sets up against Djokovic. Since then, he's had a few good matches here and there, but not enough to really sort of be putting him into contention as like one of the world's best. But on the clay, I generally do think he can sort of run Rafa close. We saw it last year in Barcelona. Also, Djokovic, he ran him close as well. And I generally think Tsitsipas, he just looks better on the clay than anything else.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think he's in the top tier when it comes to clay. Like, I think you have to put him up there as in contention for Roland Garros, in contention for anything on clay. He had a really hard time adjusting to grass last year, and you know, there was the kind of theme of, did Djokovic steal his soul? This kind of thing, you know, it's kind of Djokovic just has this way of like destroying people mentally and psychologically, and it seemed like he was lost. Then he had the elbow, and then when he came back in Australian Open, when he played Sinner, he looked so ridiculous. I was like, oh my gosh, he's really going to be at the top.
Yeah.
And then he totally fumbled after that. Like, he was just one sort of
weird,
poor performance after another. So I agree. And on the clay, he just has more time for those big strokes that he has, and sort of more time to not be rushed on the backhand. So I think it just suits his strengths and his weaknesses. And he said he feels so comfortable. He feels at home. He first watched a tennis match, I think, here at Monte Carlo, and then they came like every year, he said. So he just loves the surface, loves the tournament. He's going to feel at home here, I think. Yeah,
definitely suits him with that one-handed backhand. Just want to give a shout out to everyone in the live chat. It is Monte Carlo Masters final time. And we've got Sam in saying, finally, Ben taking some time for himself. Well done, JG, for stepping up. Well,
he's looking for eggs, right?
He's looking for eggs. I'm not sure where he is. I'm sure he's doing some Easter celebration. So, yeah, he deserves the rest, certainly. I feel like I've been too laxed with appearing on here, especially on the big occasions. But I'm here now, and it's a Monte Carlo Masters. No raffle, which I'm a bit disappointed about. But we do have a Spaniard in Fokina. Looks like you're supporting him. I'll probably go Steph just to try and make my prediction make me look like I know a little bit about tennis.
I like Fokina. I mean, he's an interesting character. Sometimes, you know, he's not one of my top, but I actually like him. He seems like a hard worker. He seems really focused. He gets angry, but he's not annoying angry, in my opinion. I love the diving. I love his style too. It's nice. He's like the only ninja on tour, I think. He's got a cool ninja style.
That's a good way of explaining it. He is a bit of a ninja, and he's even got the sort of the bandana there, looking great. That's a really good backhand. Gets on the board in this final. It is 1-1. But before I forget, this episode is brought to you by Surfshark. So the leading company in VPN. We've got a really great offer we want to bring to you. Here's a short promo, and if you want to support the channel, use the link in the description. It really does help us out.
This episode is brought to you in association with Surfshark, the world's leading VPN provider, and it is essential these days to cover up your IP address so you can get away from those pesky hackers trying to get your personal information on your mobile phone or on your home computer.
How many times have you been sitting there watching Game to Love, enjoying the content, wondering why Ben is picking all of these dodgy picks, looking at JG top of the leaderboard, and you thought, how can I watch this tennis match while they're making the calls in the match? Well, now you can do exactly that. If you've ever had problems streaming any tennis matches before, you won't have the issue anymore, because we're bringing to you Surfshark, the leading company in VPN access, and that will enable you to stream tennis matches wherever you are in the world.
Also, If you're bored of the Netflix in your own country, like I am, the UK one can be pretty dull. Don't worry. Use a VPN. You can now access the US Netflix with all of their plethora of amazing shows.
We have an incredible deal for you. We're going to be giving you 3 months free and 83% off. And if you're not happy, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. But I can assure you, nobody ever uses it because there's no reason to. It's honestly great, and you can browse the internet while feeling safe.
You can browse different things from different countries. There's a whole country list of stuff out there, and your personal data will be protected, and we couldn't recommend it highly enough. And that is why we're bringing you this amazing offer, 83% off and 3 months free. Use code GTL and you will receive this fantastic offer.
Now, back to the video.
Well, the match is about over now. I'm just kidding. It was interesting. I didn't realize that that Ben had gills. You could see he had gills. He was like breathing out of his neck. Did you see the air bubbles?
Yeah, no, it's a great production. It's a good advert, that one. And it's a really good product. I'm not just saying it in the video. I do highly recommend for anyone, it doesn't have to be a streamer, anyone who uses the internet often, a VPN is always a great tool to have. It allows you to sort of browse on the internet safely. And if you want to sort of support Game to Love, if you use our code GTL, the link is pinned in the live chat and also in the description. It helps the channel and also helps you get a really good deal. You won't get a better one than what we're able to give you. And it's the leading company in VPN. So can't go wrong.
I'll return to Surfshark, but we have some break points here for Fokina, which is quite exciting.
And he goes for a drop shot. It's a big drop shot, and it is an early break. Davidovich Fokina, he's got Tsitsipas on the ropes right now, and he leads in this final 2-1. Vamos, vamos.
He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes.
I thought it was funny. I have his interview after beating Djokovic, I think it was. He was like so sweet and like nice. He was like, he looked so serious and like hardcore and kind of like tough on the court. And then he was in an interview. He was just like a little kid. It was so cute. He was like, he's a fun guy.
No, he's a good character. And Fokina starting off really fast. I'm a bit surprised.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Although Tsitsipas can be a slow start, so I'm still heavily favoring Tsitsipas to win it. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna win it, I think you got to get up early and sort of put Tsitsipas in his place as quickly as possible. I saw the Surfshark thing. Is this the first you've advertised it? I just saw it at the top of the chat, and I was like, "Oh, that's brilliant! This is." And I was wondering, did they approach you because they know you have a huge audience, or did you approach them because you're tired of everyone asking where's the stream?
No. They approached us. Cool. And it nice. Sort of works perfectly. Like when they come to us, it was just amazing because we know there's so many people who like to watch our watch-alongs but unable to watch the tennis. If you get Surfshark, you're able to watch sort of tennis, which is restricted in your country, and it just sort of makes sense. It opens up all of the boundaries of borders, and yeah, I think it's a really good. Do you use VPN yourself?
No, I don't use anything because of the concerns sort of advertised in your pitch there, you know, like security concerns. I'm hyper-focused on security concerns since I run an online media company and just have to be careful about getting hacked. So that was appealing. And, you know, right now I'm like 20 or 30 seconds behind you because I'm watching on Tennis TV. Okay. And for some reason, the streams are quicker than Tennis TV. I don't know. But so it's actually... Yeah, it would be useful for that, and also, you know, I have Tennis TV, which is men's, just ATP, so it'd be nice to be able to watch the women's finally.
Yeah. Oh well, looks like we've got one customer then.
Sam, yeah, definitely. Sam H says ain't seen Zach drool over a player before. Nice to see. I didn't realize I was drooling still. But
yeah, we've got Sam in 10. I am JJ. I want Fokina winning this one. Vamos. We've got Pard asking, are we doing the Barcelona Open predictions? Yes, we'll be doing that later on this evening. Also with the Belgrade one too. And May saying, I'm using Easter to give to my clients. That's why I stopped working this weekend for taxes. I need to give a shout out to May because, as you can see, she is top of the top tippers and she sent another tip in. So, yeah, we said a lot of thanks for the last one. It just means so much. You sort of continuously supporting the channel and great to see you in the live chat. Let us know if you want to play a button of your choice. Of course, you can choose whatever one you want. You've been very generous. And, yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the final as much as we are. Right now, though, for Fokina, he's doing exactly what we said on the tin. He does a great thing, gets the break, and now 3 break points straight back. And that was a double fault from him. I don't know what to say about him. He just is a very frustrating character. You can't ever say he's not a great player because he is. And that is even better there from Tsitsipas. Passes him as he approaches the net. And we're back on serve just like that. Fokina couldn't hold on in the final. And it is 2-2.
I think you need a new button for him with his dad in it.
I think we do, and I think we need some lyrics as well. We need his dad shouting "Parme" from the toilet. We need something going on, definitely a bit more atmosphere on that button. But we do have Ben in the chat. He's saying, "Sorry, I can't be there today." I mean, it's not good enough, Ben. This is Monte Carlo final. Me and Zach do not
JJ, you have no
it.
right. You missed so much.
I'm here every week, Ben, without foul. And you let me down on a big final. He's saying, hope you're all well. I'm visiting family today on Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to you all. Happy Easter to you and your family, mate. And he's also saying, sign up to Surfshark. If you want to make Ben smile, he's a kind soul. He's not like me. I'm a bit nasty. I've been accused of bullying Ben, actually, recently. But yeah, sign up for Surfshark. It does help us out.
I think he definitely realized, oh, it's Easter. I'm going to need all day to find all the eggs because I'm not very good at this. And he just, he took the day off for that.
Maybe he's looking for eggs with his family.
Yeah, the Fokina, the thing I was going to say about him too, planning for this was, I think the first time I watched him play, I was like, wow, this guy's good. He's going to be really a top player. He's really good. And then he just always finds a way to lose. It's like he always just has a way to like
very good.
And I'm like, gosh, how does he always find a way to lose against, outside of the first, even in the first round often? I don't know. So I gave up on him, but I was very happy to see he's made this run. I really feel like he deserves it. He works hard, but he's all, like you said, he's hard to get behind. He's a very frustrating player because he can be incredible and then he can just drop off for enough time to lose the match.
Maybe it will come with age. Maybe he will, with a little bit more experience, become a little bit more reliable, because there's no doubt in his ability. We both say it. He's in this final from pure class alone, and that is really good shots there from Tsitsipas, who does consolidate the break with a nice overhead volley. But Fokina, he's settled into this final. He's playing well. Maybe the big curse was he broke too early. If he broke sort of to win the set, that would have been the best outcome. But breaking so early, he showed his cards, and it's not really helped him out. But yeah, it's been a really interesting final so far. Hopefully everyone's enjoying it. If you haven't already, make sure, give us a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. We're on serve, and it is Consolidation Tsitsipas. We got Sam in saying, don't you dare drag Ben, JG. Yeah, Ben knows I'm only joking. There has been a few people saying I'm a bit too harsh on Ben on the stream, but I don't think people realise that it's just all in a bit of jest.
Am I frozen? Do you see me?
No, I can hear you. You're all good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I always feel like you're a little too harsh on Ben. Like,
do you think that as well?
Yeah, it comes across, but it's I mean, the banter is the best part of the whole thing. But it just sometimes it seems a bit
comes across very bad, doesn't it?
A bit much.
Poor Ben. That's why he's having a break, probably. He's had enough.
Oh, no, he deserves. Oh my gosh, he's so consistent and put in so much time.
Oh, yeah, he seriously
Yeah, I mean,
has.
Fokina's only 22. I didn't realize he was so young.
Yeah.
He's really, and it's really refreshing to have a 22 and 23-year-old in the final. This is cool.
Yeah, we've got Mayan saying, well, I lost my pug last September and unable to get another pug. Long story. So lots of extra money to support causes that take up my time. Well, that's very generous of you, May. Of course, there's no obligation to ever send money to anyone. But I feel you do it out of your sort of own kindness of your heart. So hopefully, I'm not sure if you're still in the market to look for a pug or if you're just unable to now, but hopefully you can still fulfill that passion of yours.
Yeah, hopefully you. I think what I've always heard from dog owners is, eventually just got to get another one. But
yeah,
in the meantime, support Game to Love.
So my family have 4 dogs, so we're quite a big dog family. And I feel you do have a bond with animals, which is, if you're an animal person, you can't really then never have animals. You just become very dependent on them. Oh, I think Zach's just headed off, but he should hopefully be back in a bit. But yeah, talking about dogs as well, Fokina, I don't know if those who know, he's doing a lot of work for sort of dog charities at the moment. And he's someone who's a big advocate for sort of supporting them causes. So I'm sure I think he's donated already. He's got his own foundation as well. And anything, that's why I always kind of will him to win a little bit more, because I know that the money's going to a good place. It's not going for a brand new car. It's going to actually help out good causes.
Yeah, I was frozen. I was trying to fix the problem. I finally realized my alarm had gone off on my phone, and my phone is my camera, so it had paused me until I swiped the alarm away. And I was like, "What's going on?" I've tried, different things. Pard also has a comment. What sucks is my tennis TV is like 15 seconds or so behind the live stream. I have that problem right now, and I always have that problem. What I find is I will just pause them, or now JG and me. I will just pause Game to Love for like 15 seconds and until they're lined up. That way, they line up. But if it makes you feel better, I'm also on tennis TV, not watching a stream. So I'm also about 15 to 30 seconds behind. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Well, you got Mayan saying still frozen, Zach. Get that VPN. Well, if you want to get Surfshark, support Game to Love, use the link pinned in the description. It does help us out.
I think I'm not frozen anymore, right?
No, you're all good now.
Okay.
We've got Sam saying funniest moment was Ben JG when Ben got rattled US Open final and Ben started mimicking John Silk about percentages. I can't recall that exactly, but it does sound pretty funny.
I vaguely remember it. Funny. Yeah.
And there it is. Really good serving performance from Fokina. It's his first Game to Love. And we're still ticking away in this final. And I'm not sure who's really playing the better tennis. We've seen both players show signs, but yeah, it's 3-3.
I talked to Ben about it. He was saying that this is how it started. You wind him up at the office, and you'd have these long debates, and then and he's and I think he or I said, he gets wound up a little bit easily, and he's like, yeah, I think that's the thing. JG knows he can wind me up, and he just does it, and I'm too easily wound up, and then you get going on a debate or something.
Yeah, that is the origins of the podcast, I guess, just from winding him up. Oh, it's a great serve out wide from Tsitsipas. Serving really well here.
Jared asked, is Ben a part of Game to Love anymore? He's never on here. Thanks for all your hard work, JG.
Well, I'm glad, Jared. I'm glad you have recognised it. It's not just me saying it. I feel Ben definitely needs to start pulling his weight a little bit more with the podcast. But hopefully he can do soon. Oh, good hands there. And he's still there. Fokina scrambling back. He gets there again. How many shots are we going to see? He goes for the lob. Tsitsipas puts it away. What a shot that is. That's one of the best passages. I'm sure you're going to see it in about 15 seconds, Zach. And it ends with Tsitsipas playing it into the open court, and he's going for his own Game to Love. I mean, the first volley wasn't great, but I find Fokina, his sort of ninja attitude, I think you summed it up nicely, is something what makes him really appealing to watch, because he
Oh
doesn't
my
ever give
gosh.
up any ball, does he?
Yeah, that was an amazing point. And I mean, Tsitsipas's hands on that. One of those shots, Fokina like shot it so hard right at him at the net, and he still got his hands out and put the ball over. That was ridiculous.
Oh, and it's into the net, hits the net cord, bounces the wrong way, and it's another game to love. I mean, we're flying through these games,
Yeah,
and we're on serve 4-3.
it's always hard to lob these 6-5ers.
Yeah, it's never easy. What did you make of Zverev against Tsitsipas the other day? Did you watch that?
I only saw barely a little bit of that. I was in the middle of I think other Easter stuff, and didn't get to watch that one. I
find it
watched
just a bit
a lot
peculiar
of
how Zverev keeps losing, but yet he's closing in on the world #1 status.
Yeah, so many of us picked Sinner to beat him because of that. You know, we just I saw a lot of people were predicting Sinner would win that, and when he got through Sinner, I was like, oh, maybe he's really here. But then Tsitsipas is as hard as it gets, pretty much on clay. So I don't know. I was impressed with Schwartzman. I saw the Schwartzman almost pulled a Schwartzman in the second set. He was down a break, came back, won the second set, and then. He didn't quite pull off what he typically pulls off coming back. Every time you think Diego's dead, he arrives.
I mean, he
and then
almost
wins.
won. He was up a break in that set, and then we had that crazy shots from Tsitsipas. There's a few of them. I thought I had Diego before the tournament in my final. He was my final prediction as a bit of an outsider, and it was looking very good up until Tsitsipas went in God mode in that match.
Yeah, my bracket's a wreck, but I had Tsitsipas winning against Alcaraz in the final.
Okay, not too bad then. I think you'll move up through the bracket very nicely if Tsitsipas is able to win this.
Yeah, I'm sort of hopeless on the bracket. But I don't know. A lot happened
Not
earlier
easy.
on. But yeah,
I think Masters events, you've got to remember how difficult they are as well. How many times have we seen recently a new finalist in a Masters?
I know.
Taylor Fritz, Cam Norrie, Bassasvili. That's just the top of my head. Was there Felix as well recently? I think there's been quite a few sort of new players in Masters finals.
Yeah, it really feels like we're seeing a shift from, into the younger generation.
Alcaraz recently getting to one.
Oh, Alcaraz, of course. Forgot about him.
Yeah.
How could we do that? Sacrilege.
Yeah, who's Alcaraz? I mean, can't play on clay anymore. He's terrible.
Pretty sure he'll be #1 next week. No, I'm as bullish as some people are critical of how excited people are about him. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's I mean, I have huge expectations for him. I won't make them public because I just everyone has, and people are tired of it. But he's just phenomenal. He's just ridiculous.
It has started to become a bit like that. I know what you mean. I feel a bit. I don't feel like I want to keep going on about him because it's become too much of a mainstream theory. I like to have my theories a bit out there so people can say, "Oh, what are you talking about, JG? Talking rubbish." Yeah, like Ben Scatoff one. He tried that, but he just failed miserably because he's a terrible player and he needs to retire. But like, if you pick a good one, it just makes you look good. Like I was quite quick on the Brooksby hype. That turned out all right. But then once people start talking about him too much, then I think, oh, I'm going to back off now.
Yeah. Well, I think as some people have said, until he achieves, he has achieved. He won Miami Open, but it's still until like Alcaraz wins a Grand Slam or something, I think the hype is already, everyone sees the potential. So it's like kind of maybe stop hyping it until he achieves more again. But I mean, you can't rule him out of any match. I mean, he can beat anybody if he's on. So
yeah. That was a really good backhand there from Tsitsipas. Pushed Davidovich Fokina deep. Fokina couldn't react, and we're at 30-all. This is a big moment in this final. Tsitsipas blocks it back, hits it down the center of the court, goes forehand to the backhand of Fokina, goes back there again. Fokina moves around onto the forehand side. It's a bit of a miss hit there from Tsitsipas. Fokina doesn't step in, though, and he goes back to that backhand. We're into a relatively long rally here. Loops one up. It's quite passive. Is Fokina going to attack? He does and misses. It is break point. Break point at a critical time. 3-4. Tsitsipas here to break and go 5-3 up and serve for the first set. Fokina had a few opportunities there. Tsitsipas wasn't hitting the ball clean, but yet Fokina missed the all vital last shot, hits it long, and now we've got break point.
Yeah, it's that kind of error that you see too much from him. But I don't know. I mean, everyone has those. But this is also, it seems like the time of the set where Tsitsipas has a tendency to focus more, step it up, increase the pace or just the pressure. And he's just very good at winning in these moments.
And second serve as well. Is he going to capitalize here? He keeps going to that backhand off Fokina. It's wild, terrible shot from him. He didn't have to go that big. It's a low percentage shot to make. Patrick Moratoglu there looking cool as ever with his shades on and open shirt, clapping Tsitsipas as he breaks and now serves for this first set. 5-3 to the Greek. Yeah, we've got May and saying ATP becoming like the WTA. I think she's referring to the fact that it is a little bit difficult to predict. No one would have really predicted Fokina in this final. But yeah, I think that makes it all the more exciting, May, if I'm honest. That's a good thing. We want to see exciting, unpredictable tennis. And I feel recently, the last sort of decade or even longer, it has been pretty predictable in the fact that it's either one of the big three or Andy Murray. Now, doesn't seem to be the case, and it can be winners from all angles, and that's exactly what we're seeing here in Monte Carlo.
Yeah, I was getting to the point I was concerned it was just going to be Tsitsipas, Zverev, and Medvedev sort of dominating finals and semifinals, and I was like, oh, this is... I mean, as much as it can get boring with the big three at least have a little more...
Well, they have God mode. I don't think them three necessarily have that in them. But I was never worried about that. I know you say that. I generally, I'm not just saying this now. I always thought that there's going to be a young savior to the sport. And when I mean that, I don't mean it might not even be Alcaraz. I think there could be someone else. There's going to be a few other players coming through who's going to challenge them and make it exciting. Like a Davidovich Fokina right now. He's put his hat in the ring, as per se, and he's here in a Monte Carlo final. Not going to plan, but he's playing all right.
Yeah, remember, he's almost as pale as Ben, but he is Spanish, and he's only 22, 4 years older than Alcaraz. He's probably looking at it being like, hey, come on, that could be me. And now he's almost doing what Alcaraz did. It looks unlikely, but he's just, the consistency is what's so frustrating. He can be so good, and then he can hit some really bad errors, and just like
he hits a bad patch. You can see last 13 points, he's won 11. Tsitsipas has won 11. Davidovich Fokina has won 2 of the last 13. And, well, just like that, he's lost the set because it's an ace down the tee. It's a game to love. It's a really quick first set. 31 minutes it took for Tsitsipas to demolish Davidovich Fokina. And, I mean, like you said, Fokina played really well. He had a break. He was looking all right. But then the back end of the match, he just lost, 12 points? In the last sort of 14, too many points to lose in a row. And just like that, Tsitsipas takes the first set.
We've got a couple of comments here. Pard says, I think Diego could go far in Roland Garros, to be honest. I hope so. I would be I like him a lot. I love how he comes back. He never, every time you think he's out, he comes back. And he's a cool character. He gets the flow going, and then he's so consistent and doesn't miss.
And he reps the short guys as well.
He's
I think
short.
The short people need some representation in this
exactly.
world. And he's like the flag bearer, I feel, for all short tennis players across the world. So I always want him to do well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're both very equity-focused people, I think, quite progressive. And for me, I'm just always like, I feel like it's unfair that the 6'5"ers have a shorter net than the 5'7"ers. And I know it is how it is, but at the same time, I'm always going for him because he's shorter and want to see him succeed. Silver Wolf says, Tsitsipas looked at his papa down 4-0 in the third set against Diego and got scared about getting his spankings that night. Oh yeah, that might have...
I think Silver Wolf is. He always has some interesting comments.
Is
We've
Silver
got-
Wolf related to Gold Wolf?
I'm not sure. We've got
Gold,
Parn
you know
saying-
Gold Wolf, right?
I'm not sure who that is. No.
Gold Wolf is a infamous Rafa fan / troll, always commenting on Gil Gross's video, but really troll, like very quick to comment and troll, very famous or
Well,
infamous.
I'm sure we'll see him at one point. We've got Pardon saying, no, though, for real, I respect JG for these picks for the Monte Carlo. I seriously thought as well that Diego would beat him, but it was very bold. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't respect me too much for him because I've made an absolute shambles of Monte Carlos. It's been embarrassing, and I deserve I deserve to be called out for my terrible pick. So I'm here. You don't have to respect me too much for this. I have some good events, don't get me wrong, but this one's certainly not been one of them.
I love that you nailed the event where everybody thought you went crazy on the bracket. It was a crazy tournament. Miami Open, I think, right? People were like, what are you guys picking? And then,
no, it was this one. This one I went for a lot of upsets because I thought that we would see a lot of upsets. We did, but I called the wrong upset. So it was a bit.
You also had you ended up like almost in the top 10 of the world, didn't you, in the last one in Miami?
Oh,
Or no?
sorry, Miami. Yeah, I finished second on the global.
Second globally, yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We also have interesting Nico Laos, Kat
Yep.
Silas, Spanish tennis players dominate the world. I think it's time Tsitsipas to stop that. Interesting comment.
Yeah, quality
There are a
shots
lot of
in, saying
Spanish
dropping
players.
by to say hi. Like the vid peeps. Steph looking dominant so far. Yes, he is. That's a really good drop shot. Oh, no, it's not. It looked like a great drop shot. It hit the net cord. I thought it was bouncing over. And Tsitsipas wasn't going to get there. He tried, but it did bounce the wrong side. And I don't know, the wheels are falling off quickly here for Fokina. He needs to get his head straight because he's serving for me a little bit too quickly. He needs to take his time. He's rushing through this a bit too fast.
Well, when I was asking my wife about whether I could do this because it's the middle of Easter and we have 5-7-year-old, I was like, this is going to be probably quick. This is going to be over in like an hour and a half. I don't think this is going to be a really, but you never know. We'll see what happens. But just Tsitsipas, I think it's a different level.
No, I agree with you. I thought this would be a really pretty quick one. I did call 2 sets to love for Tsitsipas, but you never know in tennis. I mean, it's always difficult to predict a tennis match. I think anything can always happen. So, but so far it seems to be going that way. That's a really phenomenal backhand there. Sort of hit the ball cross court. Tsitsipas is just in a flow state. I mean, he's playing extremely well right now.
Yeah, when he gets in that zone, that was like against Sinner. It was just ridiculous. He was like had a magnet on the ball that went straight to the
Look at
lines.
that as well. I mean, he's really looking good. And we've got Barcelona up next with no Rafa again. He's got to be a massive favourite for that. And if he can play sort of 60%, 70% of the way he's playing right now, he cleans Barcelona. I don't want to be dismissive to any other players there, but I generally believe he is just a bit higher up. I don't know. He's a bit level above. I think the only problem is Alcaraz is there, right? I don't want to be too dismissive.
Yeah, it would be great to see them play in a final and clay. That would be something.
No. Terrible from Fokina. He's just gone too much there, too crazy, and he's been broken already. And this final, as it started great for him, up a break, it's just fallen apart really quickly. What's he doing there?
His feet looked like cemented there. He was just sort of like he got ready too early, then he just cemented himself. Problem I have I know very well, where you don't keep moving your feet and then you hit a wild shot because you haven't gotten the right spot at the last.
Does it not
minute.
feel that he's trying to rush everything though? I feel he's just always going for broke.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating.
It's
feel
not
like
what I wanted to see. You need it on the clay courts as well. You've got to grind it out sometimes, man. You can't just afford to just hit. It's not a hard court. It's not a fast hard court, this one. You need to be able to, you need to be willing to have a bit of sufferance and make your opponent suffer into long rallies and fight. And so that extra spirit, he's not doing any of that right now. He's just trying to hit through the ball.
Yeah, and I think he's sort of what we were hinting at the beginning is his first final of this at this level for sure. And he's just trying too hard. It's easy, psychological mistake. You think, oh, I'm in the final, I got to try a little harder, and then you hit too many errors. It's like
God.
this is a problem in tennis, right? Such a psychological game of inches or centimeters.
Mate, listen to this. The last 20 points, Tsitsipas has won 17. Fokina has won
Jeez.
3. So the last 21 points now, Tsitsipas has won 18. Fokina 3. Like, it's a
This is
complete
not
collapse.
good.
I mean, you said an hour, Zach. Almost called you John then. My apologies. Not used to doing it with Zach. But yeah, this could be less than an hour. If he doesn't buck up his ideas, he's gone long again. He's not won a point in this second set. Davidovich Fokina, if you're just tuning in, is falling apart right now. 38 minutes on the clock. This one could be done in about 15 minutes if he continues playing like this.
Yeah, he's the kind of player you feel like at this point when you're in this kind of stage of a match, you got to just relax and get back in the groove. But he's the kind of player, it seems like he has a hard time.
There we go. He gets a
that.
point. Fokina gets a point in the second set. We've got Kathy in saying, I'm hoping for a comeback. There's a lot of people hoping for a comeback. We've got Tracer saying, this tournament's prone to 3 sets and comeback. Let's hope it happens. I mean, we have seen a lot of long matches. This would be some comeback.
Jamie Drummer has a question for you.
Let's have a look. This one. Maybe Alcaraz is better on hard than clay.
Oh, no, different. Sorry.
This
that's
one,
an interesting question too.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's too early to say. Certainly too early to say. Jamie, this one is the pressure of being in the final affecting Fokina much, you think? Yes, but I don't know if it's hard to say. I would probably attribute this more to the fact that his body is a little bit more tired because he's had to play so many more matches. I think he's played 11 hours on court up into this final, which is quite a lot of tennis for him. And I think the problem with that is he's come into this and his game plan is to finish the points early. And if you're not firing and you're struggling with the nerves of a final, finishing things off early against one of the best clay courts in the world doesn't work. So I think if he's not physically at the races, then he was always going to lose before with that game plan.
Yeah, the question, I didn't realize my comments weren't automatically scrolling. They just stopped. So JG, has Alcaraz defeat this week dampened your expectations for him at the French?
No, not at all. It's the same thing with Djokovic. Has Djokovic losing early dampened your expectations of him at the French? No.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, he moves so well. He's so athletic. So you have to expect he's going to be always great on clay for that. But then at the same time, maybe he really does like the kind of the hitting on the hard surface, the kind of, I don't know, the predictability of it. I'm not sure. He definitely performs very well on the hard. But I mean, you just feel like he's going to be an all court, even grass. Like, why couldn't he be great on grass? Like, he's going to be great everywhere, I think. But
future Wimbledon champion, you heard it here first. But there's another one coming in saying, oh, it's from Freya saying maybe a little prediction time. I'm going to go for 6-1 Tsitsipas. Let us know, guys, in the live chat, what is your predictions for this second set? And over to you first, chat.
Ooh, let's see the scores. I'll go 6-2. Make it
6-2.
Yeah, I just don't see Fokina coming back into it. But I mean, I'd be happily surprised if he does.
Someone's got a sweet tooth. You want to get back to them eggs?
What are you saying?
No, I'm saying you want to get back to your chocolate eggs.
No. What do you think?
I reckon. I think he's going to regather himself a little bit. I say that it's 30-all going for the double break, but I'm going to stick with what I was going to go with, and I'm going to say 6-4.
Oh, so not enough to win the set, just enough to.
Not enough, but he's going to regather himself slightly.
Well, that would be nice. It would be, obviously, I think everybody would love to see him win this set.
There we go. And he does it. He does have a good volley at the net, and I don't know what he's doing now. He's praying into his racket. Maybe he's heard my prediction come through. It's filtered into the ground, and he's thinking, I can't let JG down. I've got to do it now. We've got Marvin in going 6-2 Tsitsipas. He's joining you. Lexi, Stefanos initially in 3 sets, but it seems he'll win in 2. Yeah, it seems like it.
That was a weird response. He's very good. I like his when he comes to net. He's got good.
Come on. And there's a guy, big Vamos from him. He's on the board in this second set, 2-1. The 6-4's on. So just
Does he
6-2.
get a button
But
for winning a game?
yeah, let's give him a button. Let's give him a little
Let's
lift.
give him
He
one.
needs one.
He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes.
That's
Come
got to
on,
be
let's
an
see if
older
the button-
button, but I like that one.
Let's see if the button can turn his fortunes around. A lot of people want 3 sets. I kind of do as well. I want to have a really spectacular day on this centre court in Monte Carlo. You've got the hats out. You've got the sun out.
You have to
Come
always
on.
want like a good final. I mean, even if you're really a strong Tsitsipas
Yeah.
fan, you want it to be fun, right? I mean, I don't know. I
I mean,
think
there's
you should
levels
always
to that.
want-
There's levels to that. If Rafa's
Yeah.
playing in the final, I would much prefer to watch. I like watching him rip through an opponent. Some people say it's
Yeah,
boring.
yeah.
A lot of
I
people
mean, if
mocked me
you're-
for that Gasquet match. I said it was one of the greatest matches I've ever watched, where he just completely ripped him to shreds at Roland Garros.
If it's your player that you really love, you know,
It's
you just want
different.
to see them. Yeah, but for anyone who doesn't strongly like really want, you
Yeah,
know,
agreed.
one of them to win, you want to see a good match. Yeah, Monte Carlo, I'm gonna miss. It's just such a beautiful. The clay is beautiful. The view. Every time I see the view, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be there. The sun, the stands, everything is beautiful about this tournament. So you'd like to see another hour of it, not 15
Certainly.
minutes.
Yeah, no, but let's hope Fokina can turn it around and help us out on Game to Love.
Oh,
And if
there's a
you
mini
guys want to help us
Tsitsipas
out,
on Tennis
make
TV.
sure, hit the like button on this video and subscribe if you're new. It is the final of Monte Carlo. We've got to get to 100 likes. We've got Zach here. We've got an upgrade from Ben for the final. We had to pay a little bit extra for his services because, well, Ben's quite cheap. He often does it for free, but Zach, he comes at a hefty price tag. So the least you can do, guys, make
Right.
sure if you haven't already, hit the like button. Let's try and get to 100 likes. We've got 35 more to go. And of course, subscribe if you're new.
JG's framing me here. Totally framing me. We haven't even talked about money yet. We need
No, I'm not framing you. I'm just telling you, you come with a big
Where's
reputation,
where's my
Zach.
price tag? Oh, okay.
You come with a big reputation.
Oh yeah. No.
A tennis guru.
Yeah, right. I like the Sam H comment. Rafa needs to eat people alive in finals. I don't want to suffer. Yeah, I mean, I relate. I don't want to. I hate suffering when I think, you know, I'm a Djokovic fan. He's not my favorite player, but he's one of my top players. And you know, I always think he's gonna lose when when someone's up, you know. And then my best, you know, one of our best friends, big Rafa fan, and she's always like, oh, I've seen this a million times. Djokovic is going to win this. I'm like, I don't know. It looks like he's losing, you know? So it's like, it's very nerve wracking when the person you want to win is not rolling through the opponent. But yeah.
That's true. Well, that's a really good serve from him. Even better return, though, from Fokina. He's playing a little bit better now, certainly. And Steph goes into the net. It's 15-30. Is this a new Fokina? We've played the button. And he's delivering right now. He's playing a lot better.
This feels like his big chance. Like this feels like he has to win this. He has to break. Yeah. You also just feel like Tsitsipas is gonna, you know, clutch it in his hands and find a way through.
I'm gonna do a big Vamos if Fokina can break here.
Ninja. We need a good diving roll shot from. Well, either of them can pull.
Oh yeah. They're very clean at the moment. No clay on either of them.
Strange.
Oh, that could have been an opportunity for Tsitsipas to dive. He didn't dive. He hits the ball long and wide, and we have 2 break points. Davidovich Fokina to get back in this final.
He prefers to dive for the end of the match. At the end of the
Starting
match.
up. 2 break points. We've got Meg in. Let's go Fokina. Seems to be a lot of support for Fokina in the live chat. It's a popular player.
There's something nice about the way
he had 1 second left on the clock.
He's like intense, but in like a likable way, not in an annoying way like some people.
Yeah, he comes across well.
Yeah.
I just like that he does stuff for dogs and animals.
Yeah, that too. I didn't realize that. I saw someone else was
Shapovalov.
Chapo. Yeah, that was Chapo.
El Chapo. Oh, really good
Dimitrov
rally. This one. It's
said-
a shag. It's a shag. Vamos! Davidovich Fokina. He's back in this final. Let's go. The button worked.
He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes.
I know it's always like, it's uncanny. It's always tempting that you press the button and the match shifts, and it's like, it's nice to pretend GTL is like tennis god, but I think the thing is you just have a sense of like when the momentum might be shifting and when someone might be lifting their level just a little bit, and then the button
There's
comes
probably
out.
more that than the actual button. Doing
Yeah,
it, but
I mean, it's
I'd like to
unlikely
think it's
that
the
you're a
button.
tennis gods.
I would love it to be the button doing it, but it most likely is the fact that we just see a bit of a momentum shift, or someone misses an easy volley, or you can. There's sometimes signs in tennis matches. It's such a mental game, but this is why I find Fokina so frustrating. Look at him now; he's acing down the tee.
Mhm.
The back end of the first set, he literally lost about 18 points out of 22 or 21. What was he doing? And look at this: the last 13 points. 10 for Fokina, 3 for Tsitsipas. He's just, how can you call a match like this when he wins sort of 10 on the bounce and loses 10 on the bounce?
Exactly. Yeah, it is such a mental game, and it's just like, a small shift in mentality. Like maybe he dropped.
It's all
He was
Fokina
trying too hard, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm dead," and he's relaxed, and now he's playing better. It's such a mental, like a small shift in your mentality on a single hit or a game, and yet the margins are so tiny. I mean, the more you watch tennis, the more you're like, oh, that match came down to like 2 points. It's like that crazy Alcaraz Kecmanovic one. They had what, 199 points each, or 99 or 199?
I think it was
At the end of the third set, they were tied at 99 or 199.
Yeah.
And then Alcaraz won the next 3, and that was the match.
Look at that. It's a game to love. It's a game to love for Fokina. And he consolidates the break. Wow. What a turnaround from him. He's playing seriously good right now. And we was also writing him off a little bit, but then you just know that he has that in there where he can turn it on for a little bit and just become unplayable. And Steph on the other side, he's not the most mental giant of all, is he, on the tennis court? He has tendencies to fall off slightly and have some dips too.
Yeah, he checks out a bit. He likes to check out. He gets a little bit too complacent or distracted. I don't know, starts daydreaming. He needs to get back in his like hyper-focused OCD brain. Sam H says, button pressing reminds me of Indian Wells when Rafa was down 5-2 to Korda.
I remember that well. It reminds me of that as well. We literally felt like we got Rafa back into that match.
There's so many matches where seriously, I mean, there's at least several matches where you press the button and then the match totally shifted, and it was like, and you have to feel like, oh my gosh, this is. We're tennis gods at GTL. No,
I'm surprised we don't have more tennis
gamblers
gamblers following us, because they just go in. They're going to press the button now. Quick, let's put $100 on it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
If you just know it's not going to work. Someone
Yeah,
did
exactly.
That. Like, the button fouls this time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, 6-4 is looking a lot better than 6-2 right now.
Yeah, well, you're one foul, didn't
6-2 is dead, but I'm really happy to see he's making it. I would love to see him actually find a way to win this set. I mean, I'm just going for him to win the match, obviously, but even if he didn't, it would just be nice to see him come back into it in the final, not just be swept away.
What do you make of the Adidas range? What they've been wearing at Monte Carlo? You can see Tsitsipas wearing the green. Korda had a black one. There's a few other players as well, but I forgot their names. Was it Alcaraz had it as well?
Well, so many people don't like it, but I actually like it a lot. It's funny because the first person I saw wearing it was Michael Moe. Okay, Michael. So his coach is the guy Augie Samardzic, and Augie's dad, brother, and girlfriend are the coaches of my daughters.
Oh wow.
So Michael
amazing.
Mo's coach is related to the 3 main coaches of my daughters, and I was like his brother. I had my own lesson yesterday with him, and I don't know. I had never really watched him, and I watched him playing in Houston, and he had that shirt on. And it was the first I'd seen this shirt, and I was like, "Oh wow, he's like a hippie Earth, Wind, and Fire shirt. This is interesting. This is different. You know, I like this." And then I realized later that it was like just the new
Yeah, it's just
spring.
everywhere.
And everybody's complaining about
was
it.
Was it a bit nerve wracking? I saw there was some photos of him and your daughters and stuff. He's like a big guy.
Yeah,
got a
he's
presence
really
about him,
big,
doesn't he?
but he does have a kind of like a very gentle, like hippie
Okay.
kind of. He's very kind, I think, person. Very very cool. Yeah, we loved meeting him. Yeah, he's very big though, and I was watching right next to the court, like right on the outside of the doubles line. And holy cow, the speed and physicality. We watched Jack Sock from like 7 seats up, and it's nothing compared to watching right next to the court. And it's just like the speed and pace of those balls is ridiculous. Holy cow.
No, I'm really jealous. I'm glad you had a really good time, man. You can never, if you've not had the opportunity to do it, guys, never underappreciate the watching tennis in person live is a really special experience. I know it's not always affordable and easy for everyone to do, but if you do have the opportunity, even some of the smaller events, some of the challengers, I highly recommend going out there and going to visit some of your local tennis competitions, because they're so good to see in person, aren't they?
Yeah, this was a challenger, but I mean, the level is so close. I mean, and like Kudla is there. Kudla beat Jack Sock. He's in the final against Steve Johnson, I think. Or no, Steve Johnson. I don't know, but you know, they have all these guys who are in Grand Slams and stuff. So the level is still like it's still
amazing.
so high. And then you can, but it made me think of the Grand Slams where you can go to the side courts and be watching like Medvedev Hurkacz or something where nobody's, and you're standing right next to the court, you know, because everyone's watching the match on center court or whatever.
Yeah, no, agreed. And that is phenomenal from Fokina, straight out of the book of Carlito. Brilliant forehand top drop shot. Tsitsipas didn't run for it, and it's a really good one. That's the 3rd drop shot winner of the match for Fokina. Tsitsipas 0 drop shots so far. And we have received an off-tip donation from Meg. Appreciate that, Meg, saying, "Hey, did you see Fokina's interview yesterday? So humble of a guy. Love that he's dedicated to setting up dog and cat rescues." Yeah, really do. We did see that. We was talking about it earlier. It does sort of add to the warmth of the guy and makes me want to support him a little bit more because I'm a big animal lover. She also went on to say, wishing him the best as he is such a speed and fitness and top tipper competition in the chat. Moving up to number 2. Keep up the fun stream. Yeah, well, thank you, Meg. We do appreciate that. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. We'll get you added on. Let me just do that.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, but I've definitely become a much bigger fan of Fokina. Like I always liked his, you know, seeming intensity and work ethic, but he didn't look very nice. And I like a nice person. And then I saw his interview and I was like, holy cow, he's a super nice, cool guy. So I was like, you know, I mean, personality on court and off court can be vastly different. And it's not like he's mean or disrespectful on court. He just seems very intense. Oh, that was beautiful. He's looking good now, but I'm a much bigger fan now. Seeing how cool of a guy he is, how nice of a guy he seems to be.
I think that one hit the net cord. He apologized, gets the point though. 40-30, playing really well, man. This is what we wanted to see in the final. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's try and get up to 100 likes for Zach, because it means the world to him. He'll cry if we don't get there.
Exactly. Come on, people. It's you know, it's a hard thing to come in here and take the place of JG or Ben for a match, and it's like, you know, I feel like I need the support, or else I feel bad the rest of the week, like, oh, I didn't live up to expectations. But Fokina, I think, you know, it's interesting coming to net. He's so good. His hands are so good. His volleys. You sort of feel like he should come to net a bit more. Like he's. I mean, it's hard against Tsitsipas. He can hit a passing shot so well.
There we go. He
clay.
does hold.
It's not grass.
He does hold. I want to just take this opportunity to just let you know This video is brought to you by Surfshark. If you want to help support the channel, hit the link in the description. It does mean the world to me and Ben.
This episode is brought to you in association with Surfshark, the world's leading VPN provider. And it is essential these days to cover up your IP address so you can get away from those pesky hackers trying to get your personal information on your mobile phone or on your home computer.
How many times have you been sitting there watching Game to Love, enjoying the content, wondering why Ben is picking all of these dodgy picks, looking at JG top of the leaderboard, and you thought, how can I watch this tennis match while they're making the calls in the match? Well, now you can do exactly that. If you've ever had problems streaming any tennis matches before, you won't have the issue anymore, because we're bringing to you Surfshark, the leading company in VPN access, and that will enable you to stream tennis matches wherever you are in the world.
Also, if you're bored of the Netflix in your own country, like I am, the UK one can be pretty dull. Don't worry, use a VPN. You can now access the US Netflix with all of their plethora of amazing shows.
We have an incredible deal for you. We're going to be giving you 3 months free and 83% off. And if you're not happy, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. But I can assure you, nobody ever uses it because there's no reason to. It's honestly great, and you can browse the internet while feeling safe.
You can browse different things from different countries. There's a whole country list of stuff out there, and your personal data will be protected, and we couldn't recommend it highly enough. And that is why we're bringing you this amazing offer, 83% off and 3 months free. Use code GTL and you will receive this fantastic offer.
Now, back to the video. I don't know why I did the little.
These are fun. I would just go back to a couple of I was catching up on the comments. There's one from Tracer. Knowing Fokina's story, I prefer him to win. Also, I feel for his coach. These lesser ranks work so hard and don't get the glory often. I don't know. I have to see the story. I catch that interview, but I totally agree that it's such a game of thin margins and sometimes just luck in tennis. The challenge, like Francisco Cerundolo said, like the challenger tournaments almost seem harder because people are so hungry. Then of course he got a lot of injured players in Miami, so it would be harder. But yeah, I think there isn't enough. These guys are top 100, top 200 players in the world. Any other sport, they'd be like a star, right? So we don't give enough credit to the. And there was another comment. Almino said, as much as I harp on serve bots, it's crazy to see Isner serve in real life. Saw him in Adelaide at the start of the year. I agree. I really want to see Opelka or Isner, but especially Opelka. I figure it must be pretty wild to watch that in real life.
Yeah, I got to see John Isner playing against Mikhail Kukushkin at Wimbledon. And that was real thundering off the grass. That was pretty cool. Give me a bit of a neck ache because I was sitting in the middle, though.
What else can you say about it? What else can you say about watching Isner?
It was just a whack. Like you just hear it. It's a cracking of the whip. It's like a big boom, and then it's just like most of the time unreturned. I don't understand how you would. It feels a bit like a penalty. I think you need to guess which way they're going for a big server. It was that fast. Like I don't know what you're supposed to do to get it back.
Yeah,
I mean, if they catch one clean and it's on the line, there's nobody gets them back.
Yeah, nobody does. I mean, and you see they just walk back and forth along the baseline, like okay. And I love when they face another server like that, like each other or Kyrgios or something, and they have to go through that themselves, and they're like, oh, this is what it's like.
You got Meg there saying, Benny, the brush of the shoulders in the sales pitch, quite the actor. I can't remember that. I'll have to have a look at it.
Fokina got lost in the stands, I think.
Yeah, I missed that. Let's get back to the match because that's a really good return from Fokina. He steps in, goes to the backhand side. Tsitsipas loops it up. Does he smash it? He does. He goes back to Tsitsipas. Is the ball bouncing back in? No, it doesn't. It was close, but it is just wide. And here comes Fokina. Here he comes. It's 30-all. 1 hour, 3 minutes on the clock, and he's looking to break here to then be serving for the set himself.
I love the way he so aggressively runs up to the ball. He looks like sort of like a soccer player. He's like the way he sprints.
The thing is, if Fokina does break here, how convinced are you he serves for the set and goes 6-3? I mean, he doesn't do that, in my opinion. He gets broken. I can more or less bet my bottom dollar on it. If he breaks here, he gets broken in the next one.
Yeah, I feel like his streak can only go so long. Like he doesn't have a very long streaks of brilliance. Like
no, it's not just that. He doesn't. He's not someone
and
who
he
serves
doesn't
for a set. He has to break to win a set.
Yeah, I mean I think that's the biggest thing he needs to work on, right? Is his serve is a little. It's one of the weaker serves of people in the top 100 even.
I think his returning's great. He's a very good returner.
He's so fun. I love the ninja style. I love the kind of the athletic the sprinting. Well, maybe you're a big Spanish tennis fan. There are so many Spanish players, and they have different qualities. But what can you say about why there are so many Spanish players and what they do so well in Spain?
I'm not sure. It's a difficult one to sort of say. I think probably the biggest thing is the fact that there's so many courts in Spain. It's so easy to play tennis out there. I mean, from the times I've been there on holiday, there's always courts and they're always free because there's just so many courts available. It's easy to have them. In London, to find a court, we have to book like a week in advance. It's so difficult to get courts, especially an indoor court, doesn't it? You can't even get them here. It's so difficult to if you have membership, and it's such a difficult procedure. And I feel just generally with the culture and everything that Spanish, they just seem to do a lot better in tennis, and they've got a real tennis nation. And I think a lot of it is sort of having sort of Rafa as the icon, sort of
they've
leading
been
the way.
inspired.
It definitely does help.
Yeah, been inspired by him for so long, and he just got such a good mentality and ethic.
He loops it up for Fokina 3 times. He smashes it back to Tsitsipas each one. Then the final one goes long. And from a position where you look like he was going to be serving for the first set and breaking, now, long 15, 4-all. This is the business end, and it's a nervous time for Fokina. He crumbled in the last one. Is he going to crumble again?
Yeah.
You got Tracer saying the Spanish weather. It's good all year round. I'm sure that helps as well.
They just seem to have such a good work ethic. They all seem to be hard workers. I mean, that might be inspired a lot by Nadal, but they all grind. They all grind to the end of the match. It's like, I don't know. It's a good. This is sort of what we were expecting from Fokina. A little bit of crumbling after that streak.
Point. Come on, Fokina. Let's try and hold serve. It's important he gets to number 5 here. If he gets broken, I think it's curtains. I think Tsitsipas, he's been here before. He's won this event last year. He'll only be the 3rd man to win a Masters title after win Monte Carlo after winning it previously. So you've got Ferrero and Nadal, 2 other Spaniards who did the same feat, defending Monte Carlo.
Yeah, the last time it was defended was Ferrero, right?
Ferrero, yeah. Well, Nadal, I'm assuming as well.
I think I saw a stat the other day. The last time someone got back-to-back. Oh, maybe it was outside the big 3.
Yeah, that was right.
That's what it was.
Outside the big.
Of course, there's so many stats you see, and they have that disclaimer outside the big 3.
They have to exclude the big 3 because they had just broken everything. So
yeah.
Here we go. 2 break points for Tsitsipas. He gets the serve in. Fokina, it's long, an unreturnable serve. Exactly what he needed. But there is one more break point to save. A nervy time right now for Fokina in this final.
And what's your thought on that shirt?
I like it.
I really
like it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
like
cool. So many people.
It's quite cool.
I swear everybody was criticizing it, but I it's like it's kind of cool, Earth, Wind, and Fire, kind of like I don't know. I like it a little outside the country club norms.
I might get one. My next challenge,
maybe.
JG.
Maybe.
Oh, he does it. He does save the break point. We're at 2. So I missed how he did it because my stream just lagged. Maybe you can let me know because you
I'm
seeing it in
watching
about
now.
5 seconds.
Well, his first serve was like halfway between the service line and the baseline. It was horrible. The second serve. Oh, he just had a great after the serve, pulled it across court forehand, and there's too much for Tsitsipas and hit it into the net.
That's a really good serve. Nice little 1-2 combination. The crowd are applauding. That's a great shot. Fokina pulling out the Berrettini there on the clay court. And it is advantage. Can he get to the magic number 5 and put the pressure on Tsitsipas? I think that could be his best chance of winning this second set. Get to 5 and then break Tsitsipas.
Wow, yeah. See, he did sort of the same thing back to back, but opposite sides, mirrored.
Oh, it's a nice little drop shot. Fokina gets there, and he's not going to be able to stop that one. Great shot, Tsitsipas, and he's keeping the pressure on. I think that's one where you can't criticize Fokina. That's a great shot from Tsitsipas. He moved him around nicely, went with a little drop shot there. And yeah, I mean, Fokina, I don't even know how he managed to get that. I thought it was going to be a double hit, but
yeah.
somehow got there.
There was, and even the one before that, it was Tsitsipas is just too good sometimes.
We've got May there saying we occupy her time. I could be online shopping. I think that's actually justifying the tip. So she would be spending more money online shopping. But rather,
she sort of replaced Dragon 7. Dragon 7 was at that level for a while and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Almino, just imagine a Spanish player with an American serve would be unstoppable. Yeah, that's
what a big point this is. Steph goes slice. It's long. And Fokina goes advantage again. It's a long game, this one. This reminds me of some of the ones against
Dimitrov.
Some
really long ones that I was hoping to see. Those are obviously a lot of fun when they get a really long.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was a really long. It felt like a long match against Dimitrov. There was so many.
They had like a 20-minute one, and then I think there was another. Minutes? There was one. I think there was one game that went almost 20 minutes or 20 minutes, and then I think there was another one that was also like 15 minutes, wasn't there? Weren't there a couple of them?
I'm really not surprised. I feel like I wasn't watching the match live, but I was keeping track of the live score, and I was watching bits of it because I was on the bus at the time, and I was traveling around, and from what I saw, it just seemed like such a long. The juices were so long. I put my phone down, I look back, and it's like still on juice. What is it? Do I have no internet?
There were some crazy ones. They were just like, and then Fokina would be like, he would get a chance, or Dimitrov would get a chance, and then he'd save it, and then he'd blow it and give Dimitrov another break, and he'd be like, how did I do that? It was crazy.
I mean, he's playing so well here, Fokina, and he just flicked one into the net, and I feel so sorry for him because he didn't do much wrong there. He moved Tsitsipas around nicely. He just needed that final shot, which was a really tricky one. Tsitsipas playing great defensively right now, and Fokina missed it down the line, hits the net cord, and we have the third break point here. It's worrying.
Yeah, that's a hard shot because you got to get enough to get it over the net.
It is a hard shot, and he's got second serve here. Terrible time.
Tsitsipas just flies around the court sometimes. He's so good on, in fast movement, getting the ball in the court.
It's backhand to backhand. He's keeping him in that backhand corner for Fokina. He goes down the line this time to the forehand of Steph. He loops this one up. This is such a nervy moment in this Monte Carlo final. Tsitsipas goes big, and it's too good. It's too good. Fokina gets a racket to it, but he can't keep it in the court, and I feel really sorry for him. 7 minutes, 11 seconds that game, and he's broken, but he's just playing extremely well. I do feel sorry for Fokina. Tsitsipas, incredible, though, yet again, and now he's serving to defend his Monte Carlo title. Wow. Tsitsipas serving for the second set. What did I tell you? 6-4 in the second. It's looking good right now. But Fokina, he's not out of it. He's playing well. Can he come back, Zach?
No.
Don't think he can break it?
I don't. I mean, anything's possible, but yeah. I mean, you predicted 6-4. I think you called it well. Fokina had his comeback streak. Tsitsipas sort of dazed off, and then it's Tsitsipas woke up, and Fokina is not up to the level of. I mean, as great as Fokina is, I mean, he has really. I think it's hard to say he has a good chance when Tsitsipas is playing well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But yeah, here we go.
Tsitsipas
Tsitsipas
just whips those
serving.
shots and grabs the line. It's like he just whips these crazy shots that like grab the line or right by the line, and you're just like, how can he do that so much so well?
Yeah, no, I agree. He's played his part here, and this bodes well going into Barcelona. He is the favourite for sure, especially with how well he played last year, almost winning it. But yeah, just like that, we're at this moment with Tsitsipas, 1 hour 13 on the clock. He's serving for the championship and the Monte Carlo title back to back. Can he do it? Fokina goes into the net. 3 points away for Tsitsipas. 15 love. Let's try and get to 100 likes, guys. We're almost there. 15 more to go, and then we'll get the button out.
People are asking for my JG impression. Will I get more likes if I do? My impression is horrible. It's so bad. Well, Snehale says, Zach, you can never forget your JG impression.
Well,
Sam
you're going to
H.
have to do it. You're going to have to do it.
Boeing, Ben. No, I can't do it. My impressions are horrible, but your accent is the most similar accent I've ever heard to the chimney sweep in Mary Poppins. And I watched Mary Poppins a ton as a kid, and we actually watched it, I would say Friday and yesterday and the day before. We was like split in two, so just watched it again for the first time in ages. But so I realized it's a little different. It's not exactly the same, but when I heard you, I was like, wow, he's got the same act, which I love, because I love Mary Poppins, but I think you took it as a bit of a not 100% great. I don't know, but
no, it's all
but
good.
For me, it's cool. It's a super cool accent.
Listen, I can take it.
And I was,
we're going to be hearing it. I'm telling you now, Zach. We are going to be hearing it this Easter today on the stream. But first, we need to get to 100 likes. So if you want to see Zach do the impression, maybe you can do a Ben impression today if you fancy it. Whatever you fancy. We're going to get to 100 likes, and you're going to do it. But this match is not over. We've got some drama happening because it is a shank off the Tsitsipas backhand side, and that sets up 15-30. Let me see if I can find the shank button, because Ben stores it in his archive. Here it is. Huge moments at the back end of this match. 15-30 was a shank from Steph setting it up.
As
you said he can't break back.
As great as he is, he can really give a good shank here and there. He's like, he really...
Oh, he hits it into the net. He hits it into the net. Here comes Fokina, and he's trying to get the crowd going. He's raising them up. The atmosphere's building. It is 2 break points for Fokina. We've got Meg with 6 more likes to go. And Zach, you better be preparing for it. You're going to be doing whatever you want. A Ben impression, a JG impression, maybe a bit of both.
I can do it. I can do both. Yeah, I can do it.
You can do both.
Well, I always have to think of something to say for you. Like, it's hard, but I have an idea for Ben too.
Listen, anything you say, it's all good.
You set me up for failure. I said he couldn't break back, and he's on the verge. But we both lose if he breaks, because you had 6-4. So.
Oh, it's a great volley. Covers it. I thought Fokina was going to pass him down the line. He didn't, and he saves one of the break points. But one more coming up. This is a big one. What Steph would do for an unreturnable or an ace right now. You got May coming in and out of the stream. She's back in now, though. What does that mean? Does that mean Steph's going to save this other break? We've got Twiggles in saying, let's go, Steph. We've got Pard with Focky. One, you need to be careful pronouncing on the stream. Break point number 2. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. It's going to be a second serve. Can he do it? Oh, he just very passive with that second serve. Fokina's going to get an opportunity to put it away. He doesn't. He goes passive to the backhand side. He goes back there again. Tsitsipas goes down the line. Goes to the other side now for Fokina. He's hitting the ball clean. That's a really good shot. He's going to come in with a volley. Drive volley. Smash. And he does it. Fokina's back in this final. He's got the crowd going. And he's prevented Tsitsipas from serving for the title. And listen, I'm used to Ben with his dodgy predictions. I think I've got someone worse. Zach calls 6-2 and says he can't serve out. He will serve out for the match. He's got it all wrong. Fokina's back.
He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes.
Well, he's sort of got here in this scrappy way. You know, there's several matches where you thought maybe it was over, and he's been really good this tournament. This is definitely the most exciting.
Could be going tie break.
Let's go, Fokina. Come on. I'm going to give another prediction to help him. I'm going to say he breaks and Tsitsipas wins 7-5, and let's hope that he proves me wrong again.
I think Fokina wins the tie break.
That's a bold prediction.
Here he goes. Big overhead smash. He plays it quite safe. That'll do, though. He's going to have another opportunity. Third time lucky. Goes the other way. Brilliant. And I don't mind that. Listen, I don't mind that. If you just keep hitting the overhead smashes, if your opponent can just about get them back, it puts you in a favourable position. You can keep moving to the net, and eventually you get one which is a bit easier and put it away. That's exactly what Fokina did. I hate how sometimes players just panic and they just try and they go too quickly.
Well, there's so many where Well, there's so many where they mess up, and we saw that with Schwartzman the other day. Tsitsipas had a couple that Schwartzman just lobbed back, and then he lobbed one back to the baseline, and Tsitsipas missed the shot. Forget if it was long or into the net, but it's very hard to hit. But I agree, if you're patient, you let it bounce, and you take the easier smash rather than trying to take too hard of shot, and you just got to relax. I mean, they can do it all day long on the practice court. They just have to relax and do it naturally on the
wait for the
without
moment.
getting.
Wait for the best moment to strike. We've got Bill Ari, one of our patrons, wishing us happy Easter. Happy Easter to you and your family, mate. Hopefully you're having a good time. Not eating too much.
But that's Novak's big weakness. He always, I always think someone should just try giving him overhead smash after overhead smash and see if they can beat Djokovic with the lobs.
I mean, that's what I would do if I played.
That's what if I could get any balls in court, I would do. Yeah.
I think he would somehow still manage to smash them past me.
Yeah, no, he would still do it. I mean, Fokina.
Oh, you jinxed him.
He's getting a little loose again on these shots.
Oh, it's into the net. Second serve, 30-all. Is Tsitsipas going to have another opportunity to serve for the match?
I love how Patrick just shows up for the finals. He's like,
oh, that's a great backhand. That's too good. Nice, confident, attacking tennis from Fokina. 30-all, 5-all in a Monte Carlo final. What's he, 22 years old as well? That takes some serious courage to hit that shot.
He's younger than he seems.
You've got to call it as it is. That's a very courageous shot. Extremely brave from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to love his attitude, his kind of positive intensity.
Oh, that one's long. That's long, and he's been forced to juice. It's just like you say, one good one, one a bit off. One good one, one a bit off. He just can't be consistent for long enough.
Well, he practices with Djokovic, which must help a ton, of course. But also, Djokovic said once, like not this tournament, but previous tournament when he was going to play him, they asked, "How do you think it's going to go?" And Djokovic's like, "Oh, I know how it's going to go." He's like, he just had the confidence that as long as he was his normal self, Fokina would hit enough errors. Yeah, and it seemed a little bit much, but at the same time, it went exactly how you would expect. And Fokina just not consistent enough. But on clay, it's a little different. You know, his athleticism pays off a lot.
Yeah, agreed.
maybe he's getting a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, he's still so inconsistent, but he's just found a way to win this tournament. Whereas, like I said before, it seems like he often just finds a way to lose. But I really hope that this is not a fluke tournament, not just a peak, but like, a building up kind of phase for him.
Yeah, with Roland Garros around the corner, who's to say Fokina can't get into the second week and push some of the players? I'd like to see it.
Definitely.
I mean, I was most shocked with what happened with Djokovic, purely for the fact that he lost the second set, but then beat him 6-1 in the third. I know Djokovic, sort of the fitness and the physically.
They said he was ill. Done. They said he was. His coach came out and said he was ill. But okay. And there's a little bit of murmuring if he doesn't have maybe a long COVID, that would be a bad. That's even it was like look, even the response of like, don't go there,
Yeah, I wouldn't even reveal that one.
It's just annoying. Like, you never know what's up with people. They say a few days after the match that he was ill, and that explains why he was so exhausted. I think it was even Isavic, but it's not Boris Becker. Boris, who can say crazy things just out of the blue, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, you wonder what that meant, but he did look completely exhausted at the end of that match, which was weird.
It's another shank from Tsitsipas, and he holds serve. Look at him go. He's going mental on court. You can tell it means a lot to him. And now, at the very least, he's going to get a tie break.
He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes. He's got his eyes on the prize and the look in his eyes.
All right, here we go. Break him, man. Forget the tiebreak. I hate tiebreaks.
What was your prediction? 7-5 Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
Another trick, was it?
Part asked if we like Fokina's ponytail or short hair better. I'll go with the ponytail.
Yeah, I like the ponytail. Part of his image now.
He's had some beautiful drop shots in this match. Some people have highlighted elsewhere his drop shots earlier in the match, but again, he had a beautiful one in that game. He's really good on that slicing, drop shot.
Meg's asking what's happening on the court. Ari, the shots. Do you want to take that one?
Well, I'll let you call play-by-play a bit more if you want when they start again. They're on a break right now, especially because I'm like 20 seconds behind. So the best I can do is sort of provide some analysis. That's what I like. I'll watch, let you do the play-by, and then I'll try to catch anything like that drop shot that I think should be highlighted. Especially, he's got really good hands. Like, seems like he should be. Well, he needs a serve. He just needs a serve. You think he could be good on grass too? I was thinking, and then I'm like, well, but he doesn't have a serve, and like,
that's the big thing.
Just his big thing.
I'm sure he can develop it.
Well, Alcaraz, you see how fast Alcaraz developed a serve, which is pretty stunning.
Yeah, he did put on a lot of weight though. Alcaraz, he looks like a different person. It's like a robot now. The amount of abs and muscles he's got, it's crazy. Maybe Fokina could do with a bit of a bulk up. Anyway, here we go. I could do some point by point. That one's just long from Tsitsipas. Hit the first serve in, and then went wild for some reason on the next one, and it was too long. And it's love 15. Fokina 3 points away from this second set and pushing this one to 3. And we was talking about having a really quick final, Zach. You was convinced it was going to be a quick one. They're doing their best to sort of elongate that.
I jumped the gun.
We've got Pardon saying, one more like to 100. Come on, one more like. And we're going to get some impressions from Zach. Maybe we'll wait for after the tie break.
Yeah. We'll wait for them. But yeah, you got to get to 100. Come on, people. I will say Ben is really good when he gets in the play-by-play mode. It's very professional play-by-play. Kind of gets very focused, and he gets very like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't be like do that professional broadcasting play-by-play that he does. But
no, he's very good. I can't do that myself, but I try my best. And that one's into the net from Tsitsipas. 15-30. Goes for a drop shot.
15-30.
In a tough time. And Fokina now 2 points away. He's plugging away. He's getting better and better in this match. And you've got to remember, not too long ago, Tsitsipas was serving for the match.
The thing that's sort of weird about Fokina, so when he's playing like this, like he's not hitting it close to the lines. He's hitting it, with a lot of margin, and he does very well like that. And then he gets in this mode where it seems like he's trying to hit too good of shots. He gets in like Dimitrov mode where he like, and then he's like starts hitting them outside the court, and it's like, well, just keep with what you're doing well. Wait to try to hit a great shot. I don't know. Maybe it'll come with age.
Command in the rally. He's moving Fokina around, but Fokina keeps responding. I'm not sure if that one's gone out. The umpire's off his chair. He's going to check the line on the baseline of Tsitsipas to check if it's out, and he puts his finger up and says it was out.
Oh,
which is so close. You can see there from the reaction from the replay how close it really was. 30-all. I thought it was in, but it wasn't in. And now Tsitsipas with a little lifeline because Fokina was defending incredibly. Sorry, Meg. I'll do some more play-by-play for you. Don't want to upset you. Tsitsipas to serve. Close. First serve is a good one. It's an unreturnable first serve. Fokina can't contain the pace on the ball, and it is 40-30. Nice cheap point. Tsitsipas could do another one. Then we're going tie-break here in this final.
Come on, Fokina.
And I'm assuming we've hit 100 likes. Surely we have. Yes, we have. Thanks, everyone, for liking the video. Subscribe if you're new as well. Just like that, we're going to tie-break. Another unreturnable. Thanks, everyone, for being here. And Zach, prepare your best ever prediction you can give to us because it is tie-break time. And you know what time it is. Yes, that's it. It's prediction time in the tie-break.
Yeah, we'll keep the play-by-play going, Meg. Don't worry. That's all JG since he's 20 seconds ahead. But I don't know. I'm going to go 7-2 Tsitsipas and hope that Fokina will prove me wrong again for a third time.
I'm going to go 7-4 Fokina. I'm going to have him winning in the tie-break. We've got Almina going for 9-8. I think he means 10-8.
Oh, Fokina's already got one. Yes, my strategy of going against Fokina is working well here. 9-8, yeah. Oh, Mina, what are you doing?
Let's get the next one. Big shot from him. Forehand, 1-all. Sam's going for a 16-14 Fokina.
Amino, you mean 9-7 or 10-8?
I don't know what Amino's doing.
It's trolling.
Oh, he can't contain that serve as well. Tsitsipas serving extremely well towards this business end. It's another unreturnable one from Tsitsipas. And he leads 2-1 in the tiebreak. Now it's Davidovich Fokina's turn to return. The crowd, I'm not sure who they're cheering. They're just clapping. What are they saying? Chanting someone's name. Maybe Fokina, trying to lift him up. They probably want.
They have been very good at chanting.
He goes for a drop shot. It's not a good drop shot. Steph comes in. He hits the net cord. Just about gets away with it. Fokina hits it back to him, volleys it away. And the mini break goes to Tsitsipas. 3-1. He leads in the tie break. Looking for a straight set victory in this final. And I don't know. It's a difficult one, really, because I think Fokina, he wish he could take that one back again. Fokina serves. He misses the first serve. Second serve coming up. It all started from a really poor drop shot from Fokina. Can't do
that was really bad. That was a really bad drop shot.
Second serve's in. We're into the rally. Backhand to backhand they go. Playing it down the center of the court. Fokina goes a little bit bigger backhand now. And he hits one into the net. And it's a lazy one. He's on his knees. He's a bit disappointed. And you can feel a lot of energy just getting sucked out of him because he's down a double break at a critical time. Trails 4-1.
And Tsitsipas can serve so well in these moments.
Tsitsipas has played this well, though. He's not missing a first serve. Let's see if he can find more first serves. He does. It's a really phenomenal serve. He pushed him all the way out of the sort of the camera shot there. But Fokina's back, and he's back in the camera shot. What a shot that is. He comes to the net. He throws his racket up into the sky. He's got no racket at the moment, Fokina. He misses the point. Tsitsipas, brilliant tennis from him. And he's leading here 5-1. It's a big way back here for Fokina. But that was a phenomenal forehand to put him on the offense. I don't know why he threw his racket up at the ball. I think that was just a last lunge, a desperate attempt.
Yeah. I always wish they would do that, but I know it doesn't count even if they hit it and the ball goes over. It's not.
I would love it to just
not allowed.
Hit it and
I
go
feel like
and then allow it. I think you've got to allow it.
I wish
so
they
hard to
would.
do.
I know.
I mean, would it?
But I guess there's a danger to it.
The physics of it wouldn't work though. Surely the ball would never.
Well,
bounce.
if you get lucky, you might get a drop right over the net. Just if it's. But I wish. But I guess they don't want it because it's dangerous or it's not gentlemanly. I don't know.
They should definitely do that.
I know.
Here we go. 5-1 Tsitsipas. First serve in. Goes back to that forehand side of Fokina. Oh, it's a loose one from Steph. 1 point back to Fokina. He's still up a break though, Steph. 5-2.
When you have a moment between points, PK's got an interesting comment question.
Yeah, go on. I'll let you do this.
Okay, do you guys see some similarities between Alcaraz and Fokina? Power off both wings, two of the most athletic players, great drop shots. Alcaraz is better at point construction, returning, consistency. Yeah, I mean, that's why I sort of thought about it earlier. I think they are a little similar.
Alcaraz is a better serve.
Yeah, but he also didn't have a serve last year. So it's like, gives you a little bit of hope for Fokina, but, he's not quite.
Oh, no. Fokina's gone long on that one, and he's presented 4 championship points to Steph. Surely he can't get out of this one.
Match point.
Championship points for the Greek. We've got GR29 in the chat. Is he going to be able to take one of these? Backhand return to Fokina. Oh, Fokina goes down the line. Steph responds well. Fokina on the front foot. And he somehow makes it. I wasn't sure if it was out, but it does land just in. And he saves the first of the 4 championship points. The only problem is now Tsitsipas has 2 serves to win the title of Monte Carlo.
Match point.
Championship point number 2. 1 hour 35 on the clock. Tsitsipas won the first set 6-3. He doesn't want this one to go to 3 sets. He can get it done in 2 here. He's 6-3 up in the tiebreak. He's bouncing the ball steadily. He gets the first serve in to the backhand of Fokina. He gets some good depth on it though, Fokina. And he responds with a forehand now. Plays it down the center of the court. Steph opens up with a backhand, pushing Fokina into the corner. He goes back there again. Fokina a little bit loose, and now he's on the back foot. Steph opening up a little bit more. Goes back to the backhand side. Brilliant from Fokina. He's on the front foot now. He's going from side to side, moving Steph in. He comes in. Is he going to be able to get the volley? He dives on the floor, and he just misses. We was always going to see a Fokina dive. We see it on championship point. He was so close to getting it back, but he just couldn't. And honestly, incredible from Tsitsipas. He wins Monte Carlo yet again. Palmy! Wow, we got to see the dive in the end. What did you make of that, Zach?
Oh my God, that was the point of the match. I think that was crazy. And your play-by-play was top pro level. Very good play-by-play. I was waiting to watch it. I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so exciting. And then watching it was even better. It was like, holy cow, what a point! Like some seriously great hitting there, and the dive was beautiful. Just the hit was almost. It was I can't believe the dive.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for Steph, though. He deserves it. He's played the best tennis, really, this week. He's been a little bit more convincing in his points. Fokina, he's got there through hard work and determination and never giving up. And we've seen some special shots from both of them. But there's only one winner in this game, and it's going to be Stefanos Tsitsipas winning this title again. I mean, what does that... Well, it just sets him in really great stead for Roland Garros coming up. And, of course, Barcelona, which is the next event we're going to be covering on Game to Love. we'll be doing a draw preview for that tonight. So hopefully you can join us for the draw preview and see how much we mess up our brackets. But Steph, surely a big favourite for it.
Yeah. And Almino has a question: is Tsitsipas the first ATP player to defend a title this year? I think that is right. I can't think of a. Yeah. Yeah,
no, I can't think of one either. Most likely.
His result in tiebreak 7-3 split our predictions right in between 7-2, 7-4. So, but really, oh my gosh, there were some close points. It was exciting match despite it being clearly in Tsitsipas's hands most of the time.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed with him. Meg there enjoying the play-by-play. Did it for you, Meg. I had to raise my game at the final hurdle. We got Mark in saying, JG, are you going to be doing a prediction podcast on the Porsche Open in Stuttgart? Yes, we'll be doing that as well. We'll probably put that on the Belgrade one, which will be coming tonight as well. So just stay tuned to the channel. Best thing to do is hit the notification bell to know when we're going live. Thanks for everyone who has joined us for this one. If you want to support the channel in any way whatsoever, join our membership. It really does help us out and allows you to appear in the chat a lot more easy. I know there's been so many comments I've not read out. If you all remember, it generally does make it a lot easier for us to identify your comment in the chat. And of course, if you want to help us out and get VPN access, use our new sponsor, Surfshark, and you get a brilliant deal and you get a few months free as well to try it out. So I highly recommend using that.
And did we get to 100 likes?
Yeah, we did. I pressed the button.
All right. So I'll give you a little JG followed by Ben right after the JG. Let's say, all right. So we're gonna love you and Livia.
Is this JG?
We're gonna love you and Livia. And next time we'll be back with Boring Ben, who should be off of his Easter vacation. That's the laughing was Ben's impression. My impression of Ben. I have to think of something.
No, you need to actually say something for Ben. You're not having just a laugh for Ben. You need to have some words.
Oh, J Genius. Oh, you and your calling me boring, Ben. Oh, you're the boring one.
You're the
My
boring.
impressions are as bad as it gets, which is.
Well, you didn't disappoint. You was true to your word, and I respect that. Almino enjoyed it. And thanks for everyone who liked the video, because we promised we'd give an impression. That is the impression from Zach. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Zach. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a great Easter with your family. I know it was. We do really appreciate you coming on today, especially if you've got plans. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. Hope you enjoyed it.
We'll love you and leave you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to love you and leave you right now, everyone. Make sure like and subscribe. And if you want to, I'm gonna just end on the Surfshark video because it's an epic. And yeah, have a look at the sharks flying around. Cheers, guys. Well done, Steph.
This episode is brought to you in association with Surfshark, the world's leading VPN provider. And it is essential these days to cover up your IP address so you can get away from those pesky hackers trying to get your personal information on your mobile phone or on your home computer.
How many times have you been sitting there watching Game to Love, enjoying the content, wondering why Ben is picking all of these dodgy picks, looking at JG top of the leaderboard, and you thought, how can I watch this tennis match while they're making the calls in the match? Well, now you can do exactly that. If you've ever had problems streaming any tennis matches before, you won't have the issue anymore, because we're bringing to you Surfshark, the leading company in VPN access, and that will enable you to stream tennis matches wherever you are in the world.
Also, if you're bored of the Netflix in your own country, like I am, the UK one can be pretty dull. Don't worry, use a VPN. You can now access the US Netflix with all of their plethora of amazing shows.
We have an incredible deal for you. We're going to be giving you 3 months free and 83% off. And if you're not happy, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee but I can assure you nobody ever uses it because there's no reason to. It's honestly great, and you can browse the internet while feeling safe.
You can browse different things from different countries. There's a whole country list of stuff out there, and your personal data will be protected, and we couldn't recommend it highly enough. And that is why we're bringing you this amazing offer, 83% off and 3 months free. Use code GTL and you will receive this fantastic offer.
Now, back to the video.